Talk about telepathy. I physically feel your counterpart is really tuning into you at this point in time. For those of you in communication, there is an I can't even speak. Mercury retrograde this month. I feel as though there is a potential this individual is taking on board some of the feelings, really looking at the inner critique and saying to themselves, look, I really need to treat you better. I really need to be that king where I open up my emotions. I know I haven't been. For some of you, this can be physically receiving an apology. The other way this can play out is something you're thinking about. You also spiritually can be thinking that you're trying to hold your emotions together, relating to the twin flame path. And, you know, it could be a bit of poker face energy. But some things are going to come to a realistic standpoint. It can be really caring for yourself. It can be nurturing yourself through the Mercury energy. But I do psychically feel as though this person's really thinking about it. I know I need to show you I care. And this is something that could have been on your mind for a while. And it's something you've been asking universe and your guides to give to you with this individual, because potentially it has been something you haven't received of late. Now, interesting read. As we're looking to the past, this has been something you've been thinking about for a while. You know, I'm looking at the individual. She has green cloaked on her. It's coming through a blue-green, very much higher heart chakra, and she's leaning in over a cauldron. And it has a star. It's making a wish, and something you wish is coming back to you. You could be looking at the devil in the detail during this time. But once the heart is clear, once the heart knows what it wants, it genuinely manifests it quite quickly. We do see two masks in the background, and this can be in two physical areas of your life or between the both of you. But this woman sits at an altar with the pentacle, with the wish, almost like casting a pentacle into the urn. And it's magically bringing something from the past to you. Now, you may feel you are not in complete alignment right now, and you have gone through a lot of sacrifices. I mean, we're looking at this card in the heart position. You can see all the chakras coming through their torso. The card is in the reverse. And again, the third eye is also. And it's almost like the sacrifices you've gone through, the ups and downs, the ins, the outs. You may not feel completely grounded for this to manifest at this point in time. You also could be seeing feather totems. And those of you that are seeing it, it is suggesting that there is a possibility that your animal guides are talking with you. And loved ones on the other side, if you are requesting them to intervene, they may be coming in to aid you. And this is something of the past that is going to be made peaceful again, and it's also something that is also very protective, and they're both things that divine feminine is actually desiring. I don't think you're going to feel grounded as this moves, but again, there can be some changes, especially for those of you relating to self-worth, relating to wealth in general, and you can be very cautious. There also can be, I don't know why I'm getting this, legacies or inheritances or some money coming to you. Now, it doesn't have to be it's coming because a person has passed. It can come to you because your guides, those that are already on the other side, are trying to bring you blessings. And I do feel they're trying to protect you at this point in the month and through this month. There is your guides protecting you through adversity as we go. Now, these thoughts, our thoughts are turning into words. Our words are turning into actions. We need to be very mindful. This can be a great time to journal. It can be a great time to practice mindfulness. Also to connect in with nature as we are actually transforming these things. This individual also is picking up on you at an intuitive level. You're really attracting luck in here, but there can be some creative ideas. You can really be critically looking at vibration of the things you own, what you value, how you eat, what you attract. It is vibrational alignment, and in the heart of it, as I mentioned, it does look like the sacrifices you're going through, but they're for a short term. And it is that you're looking at your overall life and saying, okay, in the long term, how am I going to protect myself? How am I going to provide for myself? And again, I do feel divine masculine is coming in here. Now, questions of faith and belief. I do call it the X-Files effect. I really need to get a meme for this because I swear it keeps coming up in these reads. Why? It's because Dana Scully and Mulder, we used to call him Smolder because he had that gorgeous look. They both had two viewpoints. One was metaphysical, one was very 3D. And it was like, look, show me the proofs, show me the science. I feel at the moment there can be this questioning mind. There can be some monkey mind. You might be very 3D. It's very common when we're 3D, we don't pick up on too many things. However, with Neptune retrograde, I do feel psychic energy is there, providing we're grounded enough to receive it. We also can be having lucid dreams, out-of-body experiences, as well as, what would I say? How would I explain it? We do need to protect our aura. Psychic attacks are possible as well. But where it does come to the journey, you may not necessarily be having faith in it, but it is here to tell you that you are protected as above, as below. You do have the feathers here. Your guides are recommending that you trust them. This is interesting. We have the Sage here, and I'm going to pull a clarifier. I get that it can be that you're feeling disillusioned by readings. It can be that you're like, do I, don't I? Should I go to a reader? This also can be you're feeling you're not being wise. You need to be realistic. And we do have Chiron here. We have the outcome card with an individual, with the confidence and energy and the transformations you're going through. You might not be having trust in it. To you, you could be feeling as though the circumstance is over. It's done and dusted. And a lot of times when we do listen to tarot, oracle, psychic meetings, we can be hearing it sometimes weeks prior to this landing. So just because initially you don't see it, it doesn't mean to say this shift isn't happening. This is coming up in your life. The shift is occurring. There's a lot of healing here. You are needing to nurture your soul. There is some healing you're going through. You could be going through a detox. And I'm noticing with the outcome card, from a co-creative point of view, and you feeling that this can be healed, some of this spiritually you may feel this is out of your hands. You also could be having nightmares. And it's funny because when we do get a bowl of water and look at, it looks very black. So when we daydream into it, we're able to scry. Now, I don't necessarily recommend this unless you have had experience with it, unless the mirror, the bowl has been covered regularly, it's been cleared with Palo Santo and things to that degree, and your aura is pretty intact. Otherwise, scrying, having downloads can be risky because what we can do is accidentally open up a portal, and we see the serpent, the snake on the hand. We get both dark and light. There is a new life here, especially with this cat, especially with the co-creative energy. For some of you, if you have children, there's also a new chapter coming. You could be making a lot of sacrifices and wondering where your new beginning is. Yours is coming and the blessings are coming towards you. I do feel you're protected, but you can be questioning this during this time. The yellow and the orange tones coming through also can signify confidence and assertiveness. And the card's in reverse. So it can be if you're feeling very run down, very sluggish, very unmotivated. It's important to go through a detox. It can be that we're needing to detox like toxins from our system. We do currently have Chiron retrograde, and Mercury, we'll check the date. Mercury also is going to link to our higher heart chakra. It is stationed on the 5th of August and retrograde through to the end of the month. Now, it's in the house. Mercury leaves Virgo. It is going to make a square on the 18th. And it will make a sextile to Mars. Now, the interesting thing is our North Node's in Aries. We may need to make some changes. Now, sextiles to a malefic planet, for instance, can sometimes not be positive. It can enhance whatever that dynamic is. So being cautious to care for your wellness during this time. As we do proceed to the mid-month, We will find that with Venus entering into Libra, we can be more balanced with our value systems, but in the initial stages, we can be very critical. There can be insecurities coming up. There can be a need to care for our wellness and our vibration. We can be concerned about our appearances with Venus in the house of Virgo. So keep that in mind. And it's common. So yes, confidence, assertiveness, feeling motivated, realizing maybe we need to make some spiritual changes, because what we vibrate, we feel, and we push out in an aura setting. And I do feel a lot of that is shifting for divine feminine, that self-care. You also can be having some communication in, and it could be a bit surprising. I feel this message could be surprising, but this communication can be making you feel anxious and wondering, is this possible? Again, be very careful of hearsay during this time, because what can come through also is gossip that is not true. So if you do hear something through the grapevine, wait to hear it from the horse's mouth and then get triggered potentially. But otherwise, if you're hearing things through the grapevine, confirm something is real, get the devil in the detail. A lot of you will desire that, especially with placements in Virgo. Take care, and we'll check in with this next week. Don't forget to look at the masculines read. You may get additional messages through there, as well as the karmic third party.